Welcome back, story lovers! Get ready for an out-of-this-world adventure today as we join two of the bravest explorers in the entire cosmos. Are you ready to blast off? Great! Let's begin. High above, in the endless, sparkling night sky, a sleek little spaceship zoomed through the stars. At the controls was Captain Nina, a brave ginger cat with fur like a fiery sunset and eyes as bright as distant nebulas. She was known throughout the galaxies for her courage and her quick thinking. Beside her, bouncing with pure, uncontainable excitement in the co-pilot's seat, sat her best friend Zog. Zog was a friendly alien cat from a faraway planet, with soft purple fur and big curious eyes that missed nothing. He loved exploring more than anything. As they glided through a sea of twinkling starlight, Zog's ears perked up. He pointed a purple paw towards the viewport. "Look, Nina, a new planet," he chirped, his voice buzzing with joy. Below them spun a world unlike any they had ever seen before. It was a dark sphere, but it was covered in what looked like a forest of giant glowing crystals. They pulsed with soft, gentle light in shades of pink, blue, and green. It was beautiful. "Let's check it out," Captain Nina declared, her adventurous spirit taking over. She expertly navigated their ship, the Star Hopper, down through the planet's atmosphere, finding a safe place to land in a clearing among the towering luminous crystals. The moment their paws touched the ground, they knew something was wrong. The air, which should have been humming with the energy of the crystals, felt heavy and sad. The glowing forest they had seen from space was dimming before their very eyes. One by one, the beautiful crystals were losing their light, turning a dull, lifeless gray. The vibrant colors were fading, replaced by creeping shadows. "What's happening, Nina?" Zog asked, his cheerful bounce gone. He huddled closer to his friend, his purple fur standing on end. "The planet is losing its light." Before Nina could answer, a deep, booming voice echoed through the crystal forest, making the ground tremble. "I am Ventor the Shade." The voice was cold and hollow. From behind the largest now darkened crystal, a figure emerged. He was tall and imposing, made of swirling dark shadows. His eyes glowed with a hungry red light. He held a staff that seemed to suck the very light out of the air around it. "I am the one taking the light," he announced, his voice dripping with pride. "Every bit of light I absorb makes me stronger." With a flick of his staff, another crystal nearby flickered and went dark. Captain Nina, never one to back down from a bully, stood her ground. She planted her paws firmly on the dusty surface and faced the shadowy figure. Her ginger fur seemed to glow with defiance. "Stop this right now," she commanded, her voice ringing with authority. "Stealing the light from these crystals is wrong. It hurts the entire planet. Can't you see everything is dying because of what you're doing?" Ventor just laughed, a sound like rocks grinding together. "What do I care for this planet? I only care for power." Zog, however, saw something else in Ventor's glowing red eyes. It wasn't just hunger for power, it was something sadder. He tilted his head, his big, innocent eyes fixed on the shadowy being. In his softest voice, he asked a simple question. "But why do you need all that light? Isn't it lonely being so strong all by yourself?" Ventor was so surprised by the question that he actually stopped in his tracks. No one had ever asked him why before. Everyone just ran away in fear. He hesitated, the shadows around him wavering for just a moment. "Well, because," he stammered, looking away. "No one ever offered to share their light with me," he finally muttered, his voice suddenly small and quiet. "So I decided to take it all for myself." Hearing this, Captain Nina's expression softened. She suddenly understood. Ventor wasn't just a villain. He was lonely and felt left out. A brilliant idea sparked in her mind, an idea powered not by force, but by something much stronger. She turned and ran back to the Star Hopper. With the press of a button, a hatch on top of the ship opened, and a beam of warm golden light shot into the sky. This wasn't just any light. It was a special energy reserve, powered by all the courage, kindness, and friendship they had gathered on their journeys. The golden glow spread out, touching the darkened crystals and making them hum with a faint warmth. Seeing Nina's plan, Zog wanted to help too. He closed his eyes, concentrated with all his might, and began to glow with his own special light. A sparkling, friendly purple sparkle, the color of laughter and fun. His light danced and mingled with Nina's golden beam. Together, their lights washed over the crystal forest. Slowly but surely the crystals began to shine again. The dull gray receded as beautiful pinks, blues, and greens returned, brighter and more vibrant than before. The entire planet seemed to sigh in relief, humming with a happy, joyful energy. Venter threw his arms up to shield his eyes from the brilliant display. He had been surrounded by darkness for so long that the pure, warm light felt overwhelming. But it didn't hurt him. Instead, as the light touched him, the swirling shadows that made up his body began to fade away. The dark, heavy feeling that had clung to him for so long started to lift. "I feel different," he whispered, looking at his hands, which were no longer made of pure shadow but were becoming solid and real. "I feel lighter." He looked at Nina and Zog, his red eyes now softened to a gentle amber. Captain Nina walked towards him, her paw extended in a gesture of peace. "You don't have to steal to feel like you belong, Venter," she said kindly. "There's enough light for everyone. You can shine with us." Zog bounced over and added, "Yeah. Sharing is way more fun than taking." For the first time, Venter smiled. It was a small, shy smile, but it was real. He reached out and let a bit of the golden and purple light touch him. A soft, gentle glow of his own began to surround him, a warm and friendly amber light. The planet, now fully restored, glowed more brilliantly than ever before. The crystals sang a harmonious tune, and the air was filled with peace and happiness. Their mission complete, Captain Nina and Zog prepared to leave. As the Starhopper lifted off the ground, they saw Venter below, tending to the crystals, his own amber light helping them shine. He looked up and waved. Zog waved back enthusiastically from the window. "We did it, Nina." "Another planet saved," he cheered. Captain Nina smiled, gazing out at the star-filled expanse ahead. "That's right, Zog," she said, her voice filled with warmth. "The galaxy is always a much better and brighter place when we all work together and share our light." And with that, they set a course for their next great adventure, leaving the shadow planet, now the planet of light, shining happily behind them. What a beautiful story about the power of kindness and sharing. It just goes to show that even when someone seems scary, maybe they're just lonely and need a friend. Thanks so much for joining us on this amazing journey today. If you loved our story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more cosmic adventures. Until next time, keep shining bright.